Hello there. From behind the yellow line, this is Trammin, episode 15. My name is Kirk, and as always, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Christian Rainwater.
Salutations.
Salutations. Our big thunder topic of the week is New Orleans Square. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard Trammin, a Disneyland podcast. Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding. As a courtesy to other passengers, we ask that there be no eating, drinking, or smoking on board. In just a few moments, we will begin our trip into the Disneyland resort news and topic of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this tram is ready to depart. Driver, you are clear.
Welcome back to Trammin, everyone. As I said before, this is episode 15. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good, man.
This is what? What were you going to say?
It's like a super fitting episode because the whole Tiana thing is still pretty fresh.
Yeah, and we would have done it before, but I didn't watch Princess and the Frog in time. But I did watch it.
You did?
Yeah, and we'll talk about it later.
Good.
But,
good.
well, I don't know. I don't have a joke for this one. Get into your thing.
Mousekeeping. All right, everyone, please follow the Trammin podcast on Instagram. That's at Trammin podcast. Any follows, likes, comments, all would be appreciated. We are only at like 65 followers, but it grows every week.
Yeah, it's less of a like Instagram account and more like just look at our stuff, you know.
Yeah. And secondly, we have the free mask that I've been talking about every week, and I finally got around to making the Google form. And Kirk sent me a link yesterday, and I still haven't posted it on the page. But if you go on the Instagram and follow us, you'll be able to click the link in our bio and get your free mask.
Yeah, and if you can write this down or something, get ready. It's shorturl.at/CINQ3. That's like the best one I could get. That's all lowercase.
It looks like cringe without the R.
It reminds me of like the Link Hotel in Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Sync 3, you know? But yeah, we're not popular enough to put like the swipe up to do stuff.
Dude, that'll be the day. 10,000 followers is all.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. So yeah, so we'll post that. Go check it out. So that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's all I got.
Let's do some You're Right. So from watching the movie, I don't know how everyone has problems with this.
I still have a problem with it.
It's French, all right? It's not that hard. The name of the Shadow Man is...
Hold on, can I try?
Okay.
Dr. Facilier?
No, it's like you went too far.
Oh.
It's just Dr. Facilier.
Facilier.
It's like one continuous Facilier.
I see.
Yeah. Everyone's like Facilier. I'm like, you've watched the movie. I haven't. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But he's voiced by Keith David.
Who's Keith David?
From Community. He's from other things, I know. The virtual reality guy. What's his name? Oh, Elroy Patashnik.
Jesus, man, all these references.
In season 6. He's like the regular character.
I think that's past my Community knowledge.
He's in the last season, and he sounds the
same.
same.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he sounds the same in every role.
Oh, okay. From Gargoyles, that's where I know him from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got that distinctive voice. Did you watch season 6, though?
I don't think so.
You don't remember this man knows how to eat a meatball. Anyway.
No.
Anyways, if you got that, shout out to you. That little store by Splash Mountain is the Briar Patch.
Okay.
I don't know. I think
we were trying to remember.
I scrolled through it while doing research, and I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it's called. And one of our listeners.
That's the inside store, right? Like, it's not just a booth.
It's you walk
tiny.
in and it's got hats and whatever. It's not the one at the end with the store or with the photos and stuff.
Yeah,
that's called something else, which I guess is another correction. But we should have like cool corrections music. Easy Allies does that.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll find something.
Well, we'll find from what's his face. There's this one song I like. It's this elevator song.
Who?
That guy who has all the free music.
Oh, the YouTube link or the YouTube channel you sent me?
I think so. Yeah. And you just have to put his name in the description. He's like, you got it, and we'll just do that.
Yeah. I'll look for something.
And then our one of our followers / listeners at Magic Carpet Ride. It's like one word, and instead of a C, it's a K, and there's no doubles. And he's DM'd you and me.
Yeah, he's all
so he said the turkey legs at Troubadour Tavern. He said he's heard that they hit different, but he doesn't like it anyway. And then I looked it up. The Troubadour Tavern. This is by the Fantasyland Theater, where they sell
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
baked potatoes and this Belgian pretzel. It's a barbecue turkey leg.
I've had it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I completely forgot about it.
Is it better?
It's the turkey leg with barbecue sauce on it.
But it's slow roasted, apparently.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had, I think Gabriel had some, and I had a few bites, but it was good.
All right.
Yeah, but I completely forgot about it until I saw this now.
Yeah, and then they've got another pretzel there, which I might post in lieu of the other pretzels. That why would you ever take a picture of the other pretzels? You know,
Yeah.
But this thing's big, and you can get it with beer cheese or something, but
So
you can't.
you have no pretzel pictures?
I just have that one pretzel.
Oh, just okay.
But we didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll say it's better than the other pretzels, I
Mhm,
guess.
mhm.
And it's huge. So this is from my brother, Kev, who listens every week and doesn't go to Disneyland. He said there should be a garlic bread churro, but he's been on this weird thing where like my aunt's brother, it's an in-law thing, owns Randy's Donuts. And they're like, any donut ideas? And he's like, garlic bread donut. I'm like, that's just garlic bread. So he's just on this garlic bread
bread,
thing.
everything.
Yeah, garlic bread churro. And
I like the crazy bread from Little Caesars.
I don't like the new one. It's
There's
called
a new one?
It's skinny. It's like the size or the thickness of chicken fries at Burger King.
Really?
Yeah, it
What
used to
the
be
heck?
like the big flat ones.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So Kev has some words about your pineapple and pickle thing, the double
me.
fisting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to honk this out. But Kev said you're a sick. I wish we
Hey.
could leave that in, but
That's
they'll
fine,
get
man.
it. Just leave in
I
leave in-
understand where he's coming from.
when you bleep it, just leave the in there at the end, just so people know. But he also said he's intrigued, but still.
Sweet, salty,
No.
sour,
Yeah.
everything hitting out. In Ratatouille. You've
Yeah.
seen Ratatouille,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When he eats like a strawberry and then like some like molded cheese, and he puts them together and just like all these emotions hit. That's
But
what
that's
happens
an
to me.
actual thing.
Yeah, that's my thing, man.
Anyways, let's do some news. And we have a cool little sound effect. I don't know how I felt about the bubbles though.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know.
Experimenting.
What about like a sweeping?
I was looking for a sweeping, but you know what I was looking up was a from the Sorcerer's Apprentice from Fantasia.
Oh,
That whole little.
is there even sweeping?
I mean, the characters are brooms.
Yeah, but it's the music playing.
Yeah.
which is like one of the best songs
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
You could find it.
I'll find something. But the bubbles. I understand.
Yeah, it was
I
a little.
understand.
It was jarring.
Yeah.
That Tomorrowland theme though, love
Mhm.
it, especially because I love Tomorrowland. So some news. We still gotta. I'm gonna get the catchphrase, man. And we're not copying Kind of Funny.
No,
I
we're
know
not.
you want that.
No.
Okay, so Disneyland still has no reopening date as of today's July 5th.
Mhm.
So
What's funny too is because didn't Newsom or somebody say that they were gonna have news on the 4th of July?
he said at minimum not till after.
Oh, okay.
But then like every time you say that, it's kind of like, are they gonna wait 2 weeks? To
Yeah.
see what happened.
Yeah,
Downtown Disney District is still scheduled to open July 9th.
that's this week. Jesus.
But there's a new state order for 3 weeks, no indoor operations at restaurants.
Yeah.
But like the only place that has outdoor seating is Uva Bar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bar and bars can't have any operations.
Oh,
So I don't know what's going
they
on
said it's only 3 weeks.
for now.
Oh,
It's-
for now.
I wonder if it's going to be the 3 weeks and then 3 weeks from now, 3 more weeks. Remember the
Mm.
beginning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of places convert, like if they're like on a strip of buildings and they have parking lots or parking
Yeah.
spaces, they've been converting them to outside eating areas.
Well, yeah, and a lot of cities are closing certain streets, like Greenleaf. You can't drive through now.
Like
Whittier?
Citrus right by me,
hmm
that they closed the whole street so the restaurants could come out and
Yeah, I mean, those streets are terrible to drive down anyway.
yeah.
So, like, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little weird, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's next? Oh, and no indoor entertainment, so no void or whatever.
Oh yeah, wow. I could see the void. I mean, you don't know how close you're getting to people.
Well, you do.
Yes, people that are in the game with you. But when you're doing it, like I don't know if he's a cast member. I guess he's a cast member. Is following you,
Oh.
but he's not part of the game.
Uh,
So stuff like that.
okay. All right. So Walt Disney World is still opening despite I wrote around 10,000 new cases a day in Florida. Now it's
Jesus.
over 11,000.
Jesus, man.
And
Like,
again,
DeSantis is insane.
And again, it's like cases, not deaths, but deaths are rising. And then more cases means more spread and spread to vulnerable people. And then here we go again.
I think we'll find out tomorrow, but I heard I saw, on the Twitter Explore page or whatever it's called, that the White House is prepping this whole new way that we're going to, I guess, approach the whole coronavirus topic, saying that we just have to deal with it.
I mean, that's what they've been doing the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, the president did say if we stop testing, the number of cases will go down.
Anyways.
And Hamilton, I guess. Film is on Disney Plus. I'm never going to watch it.
I need to watch it. I had 2 tickets this year to go watch it, and they canceled it. I got my money back, which was nice.
This is the original with Lin-Manuel
I
Miranda.
know. I know. That's why I'm okay. But it's different when you go to the theater. You know what I mean?
I can't do it.
You can't do theater?
No.
Jesus.
I don't like just like being trapped. And it sucks because my cousin Tallene is a performer, and I just I've gone to a few of her things, but I can't sit there.
I love it.
I'm not big on musicals either, though.
I love musicals too. So last year, was it last year or 2? Wow, I think it was 2 years ago now. When Brandy and I were first dating,
It's been that long, jeez.
Yeah, it's been a while. We went to go watch Les Mis. I bought the tickets the same day, and we went to the Pantages. And dude, one of my favorite musicals of all time. I fell asleep 2 hours in.
Yeah, I saw Wicked at the Pantages.
Me too.
And I wish it ended at the intermission. It was a good place to end, man. Good song.
I saw it when what's her face was still in it. Adina Menzel.
Adele Dazeem.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's that from?
John Travolta.
Oh,
He's introducing her. And now I'd like to welcome the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. And he was so serious too.
Yeah, she was in Wicked.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of musicals, and I'm really not a fan of the way Lin-Manuel Miranda raps. I just can't do it.
No?
It's so cringe to me, so I'm not watching Hamilton.
He's cool, dude. I like him.
I have nothing against him. He's very talented, but I can't with that style. It's just not for me. And I'm not against rap and hip hop. It's just that style is just kind of cringe. And I love American history. Speaking of history.
Oh, nice transition.
Let's get into the brief history of our Big Thunder topic of the week, New Orleans Square. But first, okay, I say New Orleans, and people are like, no, you got to say New Orleans. I'm like,
New Orleans?
Well, they didn't go that far, or New Orleans. But I'm like, I feel like I can't. I'm not from there.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to it doesn't matter. Who are you disrespecting? It's America. It's in America. I know it's French or whatever, but
have you seen The Disaster Artist?
No.
But Tommy Wiseau he's always said that he's from New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
From New Orleans.
Yeah. So Disneyland opened 1955, and they planned an expansion in the late 50s. And New Orleans Square was included on a souvenir map in 1958.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then turns out it replaced something. It replaced Holidayland.
Holidayland?
Yeah. I put asterisks here because I didn't want you to see it beforehand.
Oh, okay. Now that I'm reading this, I remember that was the that was the area where people would just go have picnics and stuff, right? Pretty much it's just a big hill.
Yeah, so it was a large grassy picnic area with a big tent for events that had its own gate to Disneyland and could fit 7,000 guests. It also had playgrounds, horseshoes, a baseball field, and volleyball. And it closed in September of 1961 due to its lack of shade, no nighttime lighting or restrooms, and alleged lack of Disney flavor.
So it was a park.
Yeah.
It was a park inside of Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't know. They had nothing else to do. They ran out of money. So
they were like, let's put a big hill.
Yeah. So then New Orleans Square opened July 24th, 1966. So we're coming up on however many years that is.
Yeah. 11 years?
Nope. From now.
11 years? No. That's
54.
54.
All right.
Quick math.
So when it opened, the real-life New Orleans mayor, Victor H. Shiro, participated in the dedication ceremony. Walt Disney joked that the addition cost as much as the original Louisiana purchase in America.
Wow. And this is in 66.
So if you don't adjust for inflation, it did cost more.
Oh,
okay, the dollar amount, the number. But when you adjust, it's no contest.
Right.
So Then Pirates and Blue Bayou didn't open till like a year later. Haunted Mansion opened in 1969, which is why we had that 50th anniversary last
Yep.
year. So,
And when did Walt die?
I don't know.
I think it was like 66, 65. I could be wrong. That's why you can message
well,
us.
no, wait. Okay, Pirates opened in 67. It's the last thing he worked on, right? Did he see it
I thought it was
open?
Lincoln.
When did Lincoln open?
Never mind.
And we did Main Street. and-
Yeah. Well, we didn't talk about Lincoln, did we?
Oh, yeah, we left it for later because
Yeah.
of, I think we were going to do like non-ride attractions,
Mm.
which, hey, I forgot to write that down. So cool. We have another episode in the bank.
Cool.
So let's do like a quick thing about the attractions because like they're just part of it.
Pirates. One of the best rides ever.
Yeah. It's
Still one of the best rides ever. But is there like a relation to Pirates and New Orleans? Like, I don't think so, right? It kind of does have a really similar vibe.
oh, the Bayou. Well, no, that's just the first part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So supposedly, and there is like something Disney said that kind of confirms this. The old man on the bayou,
Mm-hmm.
he's like reminiscing about being a pirate, and that's what you're going into.
Oh.
And as you go in,
dream sequence, I see.
as you go in, you go farther and farther back in time. Because first you see the skeleton, and then you see the skeleton with like in the bed, and then the treasure,
Wow.
and then you slowly, and then when that new thing that they added,
What do you think?
the cool effect with the octopus,
Oh, yeah.
you're going, he's a skull first, and then he transitions into
Oh.
a human.
I never realized that
Yeah.
because everything before that is
Yeah.
all
So
skeletons.
you're transitioning to like, here we go. We're back in the past now.
That is awesome.
So
Wow.
that's kind of the connection. Like the old man on the bayou may have been a pirate. It's implied now, and I forgot what it was, and it's really not that important. But
I like this lore though.
oh yeah. The Defunct Land guy found it.
Kevin
there's
Perger.
yeah.
That's my boy.
He saw the blog post by Disney, and they mention it, like the stories of the past or something. So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, okay, so kind of confirmed because people have been thinking this forever. So next, Haunted Mansion, that totally belongs.
It does.
500%
Yeah.
because of the cemetery thing, the occult, and all that.
The way that the house even looks.
Yeah,
I
and
don't- I
the
don't-
house was there for years before they opened the attraction.
I don't want to say it looks like a plantation, but it's like that kind of old timey home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that was very reminiscent.
French style.
Yeah.
we'll just call it
French
that.
French Quarter. That's something that.
Okay, so it's like that, like Royal Street, which we're about to talk about,
Mhm.
it's supposed to look like the French Quarter,
Yeah.
like which is Bourbon Street and stuff is in the
Mhm.
French Quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, and people call New Orleans Square the French Quarter sometimes, but it's definitely not called that.
Because
Yeah.
I've never been to New Orleans, but I hear it's pretty similar.
Yeah, and then the third attraction is the railroad station, which I have two things to say about it. One, when you get off the train, there's a sign pointing in different directions, and one of them says Tom Sawyer's Island.
Still.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
They definitely did that on purpose.
Yeah. Pirate's Lair. Screw
Well,
that
see,
name, man.
it's Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island. It's called that officially, but
Mm.
that sign says Tom Sawyer's Island. And then on the way to it from Main Street, you see like the little fireworks store type thing. It's like a backstage, but it's meant to be
Oh.
a set,
Oh,
which is like
is that where you see the heads?
heads.
Yeah, off the railroad. Do you know what I'm talking about? You see a bunch of like.
see like costumes and stuff. It looks like very Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look those heads up. I'll show you.
I've got a blurry picture of this, so
Okay.
I'll do something about that. And then there's like that part where it looks like New Orleans Square continues behind the scenes, and it's just like nothing. It's just it's like a TV set,
It's a
or movie
facade,
set.
yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
that railroad station though is the one where I get on the most.
Why?
I don't know. I think maybe because it seems like it's like the farthest from the front.
Hmm.
So I'm just like, I'll do Haunted Mansion or whatever, and then call it a night, and then right to the front, I guess.
See, for me, it's like the worst form of transportation at Disneyland.
Mm,
So if I get on it, I do the whole Grand Circle tour,
Mm.
where it's like I'm doing this as a ride.
yeah,
Yeah.
instead of doing it as transportation.
It's the slowest way to get anywhere. It's slower than walking.
Yeah.
Because you got to wait all the time and whatever.
No, I get it.
I love the railroad,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't use it to get anywhere. I use the monorail though.
That's quick.
That's like my favorite way to end the night, monorail. So that's it for the attractions. There's only those three.
That's
Disney says.
3 great attractions.
Yeah, New Orleans Square is small. Like
In
For a-
comparison to the other lands.
for a while, I didn't even realize it was like a land. I thought it was like a part of a land, but then that doesn't make sense.
Because it kind of could be part of like Critter Country, like all that. I guess people who don't really know Disneyland would think it's all just the same.
Yeah, Critter
it-
Country is a little weird.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. So let's talk about the food. So Royal Street is like the street where everything's located on,
Yeah.
which is like a super cool fact. And I don't know why I didn't write this down. They all have addresses. So Royal Street Veranda has an address on Royal Street.
That's where Club 33 came
Yeah.
from, right? Yeah.
So, well, I assume they worked from there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it was the 33 sponsors of Disneyland, and Walt Disney was obsessed with the number 3, and which is why I think the address is 1313 Disneyland Drive. And then there's a hotel, a fake hotel on Main
Yeah.
Street, and I don't know if it's called this, but there are 3 keys on the top of it.
Jesus, dude, those subliminal messages.
It's not even subliminal. It's like hints at the things he liked. You
Yeah.
know? What are they? They're not trying to do anything with the 3. you
Yeah.
know? So
Wasn't that an Animal Farm thing?
Animal Farm.
I just remember Mr. Gonzalez always saying the answer is always 3.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
yeah, he was annoying.
about?
I think he liked the smell of his own farts.
Yeah.
So poor guy. So Royal Street Veranda is where they sell the bread bowls.
You know, before I became a pass holder, or actually right when I became a pass holder, that was the go-to food. That was always like, oh, when I think of Disneyland food or I think I'm going to go have dinner or something, it was always getting the bread bowl. And at first it was because everyone likes it, is the clam chowder. But then I went into and I discovered the gumbo?
Yeah.
The gumbo with the steak gumbo. And that became my Disneyland staple food for a good 3-4 years. And that was the only thing I really ate in Disneyland.
The one without the steak is vegan, I
It's
think.
vegan.
Because it's very creamy, but there's no cream, which
Mhm.
is great. Because like sometimes people want chowder, and I don't
Mhm.
want to be like, a wet towel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I can get the gumbo, and
I
it's
really
really
like
good.
it. Really, really good.
I think the steak gumbo is Anissa's favorite thing.
It nothing like
Shout
actual
out.
gumbo though. Because I've had like
gumbo has rice in it, doesn't it?
gumbo's like soup. Well, I mean, I guess technically this is soup
Yeah, it's
too.
soup.
But I don't know. It's just more
Gumbo's a lot. It's got like shrimp, and well, that's shrimp gumbo, but
it reminds me of like a combination of jambalaya and gumbo.
I mean, gumbo's kind of like wet jambalaya
Mm.
with less rice.
I've had-
Jambalaya is very ricey,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't really know that much about it. But they have mobile order now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
totally worth it because that line's always long.
Sometimes I would stand in the line though during Fantasmic just so I can watch Fantasmic from right there. You know what I mean?
Huh.
I mean, people kind of stand around that area anyways, and they don't really say anything. But it's always like I can watch it while I'm doing something. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, but like the bread bowls are cold.
Yeah.
and it's like kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like $12. It used to be
They
9.
used to be cheap.
It was 9 something,
Mm-hmm.
which is like okay under $10, and it's filling.
Yeah.
Now it's like 12. And it's like, come on. But that's really all they got there, right? Sometimes they have
Mm.
like special items. They had
Yeah.
like lobster croquettes with like cheese,
Yeah, I do remember that.
stuff like that.
They've had a dessert that I've got there too, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember what it was. No, they weren't churros. Anyways.
Yeah. So they got stuff like that. It's a fast dining thing. So we're gonna save this for a future episode. Blue Bayou on 31 Royal Street and Cafe Orleans, which is not on Royal Street. They're good, right?
Great. Yeah.
Great.
Monte Cristo is one of my favorite foods, if not my favorite food in general.
Yeah. And Cafe Orleans has it. You don't have
Blue
to go to
Bayou
Blue.
has it too,
Yeah, it's
but
just
only
off the-
lunch.
and it's off the menu. You gotta ask them for it.
It was on the menu when I went.
They took it off the menu, but you gotta ask. Yeah.
Oh, and in Blue Bayou they give you different sauces than they do
Oh,
in Cafe
okay.
Orleans. Yeah, I think there's like a white chocolate,
Huh.
and it was really good though. But Monte Cristo, one of the king.
Yeah, I ate one of those alone once.
That's heavy, man.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I had the garlic fries from Cafe Orleans. But yeah, we'll definitely save those for a fine dining episode with a guest, Tori.
Cool.
We'll talk about that another time. French Market. Ever been in there?
Is it like a buffet? Not buffet style, but
The grab a tray and
Yeah.
ask for things. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I have. I don't know if I've eaten there though.
I've had a shrimp po' boy, I think, which was fine, and I think that was there. And I had a French dip, which was like decent.
Oh, they have a French tip there?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like fine though. It's not like that great,
yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah, it's good. But it's one of those like quick cheap things. But they have a lot of different foods there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever eaten there.
Huh.
But it's always one of those things you pass by. You know what I mean?
Because there's better stuff.
Yeah.
It's there because there's a lot of seating. You can get a whole family in there, get
Mhm.
all their food and desserts and whatever.
Does it share the seating area with the mint julep bar?
Yeah. So
That's
Mint
okay.
Julep Bar is part of French Market
Mm,
because it wasn't in the dining part of the map, which is weird.
that is weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
But the map is kind of incomplete. It didn't have any of the shopping. I had to like dig around to find out all the stores there,
Because they're so odd.
but they're not even in the app.
Yeah.
It was
It's
weird.
like that's their own map.
Yeah, it was just nowhere to be found on Disney's site. I had to go elsewhere for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what was I gonna say? Mint Julep Bar's there, French Market.
Shout out again to those beignets. I
Yeah.
mean, we just posted the picture and video of me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
And really, really relevant to what we're doing right now. And that was last week's.
oh yeah, and we'll bring this up again with one of our other segments. But that's it. What's surprising though, Harbor Galley, which has the bread bowls and the lobster and all that,
What used to be the French fry place.
yeah,
Yeah.
is part of Critter Country.
What?
On the
No.
map. On the map. It's brown. It's part of Critter Country.
No.
Yep.
It's like
It's right in front of Splash.
it's right in front of Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I know. But it's
What the heck?
Disney calls it part of Critter Country. So we can't talk about it. But
shout out to those from McDonald's fries though.
yeah, I'll kind of circle back around this again later. So let's talk about the shopping on Royal Street.
Some random shopping on Royal Street.
I mean, it fits though.
Perfumes.
Yeah, it's French.
Yeah.
It's super French.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so let's go in order.
Alright.
I think I went in order of the addresses. Probably. Dang it. I forgot another
Yeah, you
thing.
did. I think you did.
Yeah. So anyways, at 15 Royal Street is Port Royal Curios and Curiosities.
That's
so
the Pirates of the Caribbean gift shop, right?
no. So it's named after Port Royal and Pirates, but it's just a New Orleans style boutique shop where they just sell like cool stuff and merch, you know?
Oh, okay.
But at 25 Royal Street is Pieces of Eight, and that's the Pirates shop.
Oh,
So
got
that's
it.
they sell, this is from Disney's site, swords, treasure chests, pirate hats, gold doubloons, and all manner of collectibles inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm.
So a piece of eight is like a currency,
Yeah.
which we had eighths of whatever their dollar was back then.
Oh wow.
That's just what it was. So yeah, they're both named after pirates. Now I don't remember in which shop, but one of the actual coins from the movie and maybe the jar of dirt or something similar is like in
Is
the
in there?
store.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be one of these two, but one of them is a Jack Skellington.
That's at Port Royal Curios and Curiosities.
Because they had that for a long time, or was it just a seasonal thing? Am I going crazy?
I think they just shove it in there. It's there often, and then during
Yeah.
Halloween, there's just more stuff and the
Okay.
Haunted Mansion stuff and whatever.
Right.
And yeah, so that's there. And then at 32, and I don't buy anything from either of these stores.
No.
Sometimes they're on that pin hunt.
Pin hunt.
Yeah, there's a map, and you go to certain places for pins, and then you buy the pins. You got to find them.
Why don't I know about this? I
Oh.
thought I know the egg hunt.
Yeah, there's a pin hunt. You buy a map, and then you get
Yeah.
pins. Yeah,
Cool.
but they've got pin.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, they've got pin boards in there, things like that. But oh right, and Pieces of Eight opened as the Pirates Arcade Museum in 1966.
What does that mean?
No idea. There was nothing else on that. That's just what it said.
Isn't there like a Madame Leota? Not Madame Leota. God, what am I? Zoltar. You know the fortune telling.
So that's Fortune Red.
Fortune Red. There you go.
So I'm gonna talk about that later because it's kind of part of something else. But yeah, it's in between. It's right past Port Royal Curios and Curiosities.
Yeah. Okay.
So then at 32 Royal Street is Cristal d'Orleans, and
That's fancy.
yeah, that's where they sell crystal things. It's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like the Crystal Arts.
In on Main Street.
Yeah, they sell tiaras there.
Hmm.
And all the other stuff they sell at the other place, but just not the castle.
I would always feel like I'm gonna break them. I don't know.
They are very fragile.
Yeah, like especially the tiara if you're wearing that.
No, they're like surprisingly they're not.
Okay, you
They-
know what? I'm gonna bring something up, and it's a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. How did Cinderella wear those shoes? They were made out of crystal, right?
Who made them?
Who I don't remember.
The fairy godmother.
Oh,
They're magic.
okay. I guess that
That's all I'm
explains.
gonna say. That's all I know.
All right.
They're magic glass slippers, all right?
Yeah.
Or they're made of plastic, and they just didn't know what plastic was back then, so
So they called it
called it glass.
yeah. All right.
And then I think I have a picture of this. If you look up in Cristal d'Orleans, there's just like this random portrait of Walt Disney,
Just random.
just like way up on the ceiling. Not on the ceiling, but like almost at the ceiling.
Mhm.
Like I was just looking around in there, waiting for someone or something.
I wonder
It was
if
there.
anybody's ever counted how many portraits there are of Walt Disney in Disneyland.
Oh no! Don't make me do this, because now I'm gonna want to look
Yeah,
for this.
I want to do it.
Just like the hidden Mickeys, and then
The
there's
hidden
like
Walt.
the guy, the thing, the
What thing? The cat?
cats. No, well that too.
Yeah.
In Haunted Mansion Holiday, the little thing from Nightmare Before Christmas.
The toy?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one in every room, but I can't find one of them.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Or it's a trick, and that one room doesn't have one. You know,
Yeah.
like so.
Because I think of Portrait of Walt Disney, and the first thing I go to is in Animation Academy, Sorcerer's Workshop.
Yeah,
There's a massive picture of Walt Disney in there.
there is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Right. I think on the wall right when you go in. And then there's like all these like hidden messages there. Yeah.
Oh, I
We,
don't
we
remember
gotta
that.
we gotta go to Disneyland, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be different now. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna go with like purpose.
Yeah. 100%.
So
Because imagine doing these episodes and then we know the topic during the week and we go to these little areas and discuss it. Yeah.
yeah, like dude, like,
that's a dream life, man.
yeah, and then like part of mousekeeping or whatever, it's like our trip to Disney this week.
Yeah.
That would be the opening segment. Like, what'd you do at Disneyland this week?
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
One day.
man. Oh, you know what? You know what kind of like hurt when I was So I re-listen to all these episodes.
Mm.
Like every time we post it,
Mm.
I'll listen to the whole thing through just to like take mental notes, things we should improve, things
Yeah.
I should improve with myself. And when I was talking about like getting a Dole Whip and then sitting in front of the castle and listening to Christmas music or whatever, and you were just like, we had it so good. And I'm
Mm.
like, I felt like, oh, we did.
We did.
We didn't know. But
We really did.
yeah. So,
Mm.
it's been over, I think, 115 days since Disney closed. Over 100 days, man. Think about
That's
that.
nasty.
Yeah. I don't know the exact number. It doesn't matter.
So
but-
our first episode was the Sunday after it closed, right?
So yeah, I went March 13th.
Okay.
It closed that day. And then we recorded March 15th. And then we posted March 17th.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Here, you got the thing. That'd be so funny if it was wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been
Wow.
so long. And we don't even know when it's going to end. But let's keep positive and talk about Mademoiselle Antoinette's Parfumerie, where they sell perfume.
Okay, if anybody's listening to this and you've actually purchased perfume from this store, please let me know.
Yeah.
Because I don't see them, selling a lot of things in that store, but whatever.
But again, people buy weird stuff on vacation.
They do.
What's going to be in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that can be the flavored churro shop.
Hey.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Anything we don't understand why it's there is going to be, oh no, not flavored churro, flavored popcorn shop. Please.
Or yeah.
Oh man, imagine this.
Or both.
Just the same flavors. Like do you want this on churro or do you
Or on
want this on
popcorn?
popcorn? Yeah. So but I have nothing to say about that except you can smell it from like walking by it.
Yeah. It's like a Hollister when you pass, or Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, but they sell Chanel in there and stuff. Not,
Yeah.
So then there is, I'm gonna just say La Masquerade because I don't exactly know d'Orleans, and it's currently a Pandora store.
Mm.
It thank you to duchessofdisneyland.com. I've actually heard of her. I guess.
Yeah. What is the website?
Duchessofdisneyland.com.
No, but like, what's on
I
it?
don't know. I didn't actually visit the rest of the site, but I think it's just like Disney facts and stuff, and I think it's an Instagram.
Hmm.
But some history of the Pandora shop, and based on the name too. from 1980. I don't know what it was before 1985. Didn't look it up because we're not a history podcast. There are insane history videos you can go watch.
Yesterworld, Defunctland.
Yeah.
There's
Yesterland.com.
Yes, yeah, Yesterland. Oh my god! I just saw on Twitter today that Defunctland tweeted out that there is this guy who he started a new site called like Disneyland Lore or Lore of the Parks, something like that. Defunctland retweeted him saying, "This is the guy who inspired me to start my channel."
Oh wow.
And this guy has like 100 followers right now on that. And so yeah, there's a lot of history podcasts.
Yeah,
about Disneyland.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. But it is interesting. 1985 to 1999, Mardi Gras masks or Mardi Gras, whatever.
They were sold there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then, La Masquerade. 1999 to 2011, miscellaneous fancy merch, candles, princess hats, etc. 2011, 2014, pin shop.
I remember that.
I don't.
I do remember.
That's cool. 2014 to 2015, French vintage inspired hats, scarves, jewelry, and home decor.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, that was probably.
Seems short-lived.
I wonder if it was less than a year. You know what I mean? Like part of 20. Yeah, because Pin Shop closed for 2014, so it was part of 2014 and part of 2015, and then Pandora from then on. And if you look up in the store, you can still spot like the costume pieces and beads and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And then at 35 and 37 Royal Street, even though it's a tiny shop, Le Bat en Rouge. And I'm saying that correctly because it's like a bat pun.
Yeah.
It's like a Haunted Mansion pun. But it's basically items from the Disney dress shop.
I like all that stuff, man. If I was a girl, I'd be into it.
Well, they sell ties.
They do. And they're really cool ties, too.
I got to buy that Tiki Room tie. But I've also seen like the Captain Marvel dress there, which is like really out of place.
Oh, no. Well, what's on that?
It looks like her costume with that star thing.
Oh, yeah. I've seen. Yeah.
If you like Captain Marvel, it's a nice dress.
Who likes Captain Marvel?
I know a few people,
Really?
But they're very smug about liking it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do you really like it?
It was fine. It's fine. It's a good movie. But I'm not like, I don't know. Whatever. Brie Larson's cool, though. I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's a nerd.
Yeah.
Talks about Animal Crossing and Pokemon
And
all the
Pokemon
time.
all the time. Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
So then there's like, this wasn't listed, but there's caricatures.
Yeah.
Near the bathroom. There's a bathroom by the train station.
Oh, the stinky bathroom.
I don't know, man. I think they're all stinky at this point. We all
Yeah.
have a bathroom we hate.
Yeah, that's the one I hate.
Yeah, it's a little stuffy. But right by there's caricatures. I've gotten one before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, it was destroyed in a fight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a story.
Well, yeah, I wasn't fighting. I didn't destroy it. I'm
Oh.
not a violent person.
Okay.
Everything's fine, though. And they sell parasols at a little cart, like paper umbrellas and stuff.
Yeah, those are cool. And they can write your name on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
And then, they've got like carts with like Phantasmic merch and
Yeah. Do
whatever.
you think they actually work in the rain?
I don't think so.
No.
They look
They're really thin.
they look like sun parasols.
Oh, that's fancy.
Is like the sole part of parasol like does that have to do with sun?
No idea.
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google this while we move down to Royal Street. Well, I mean, we've been talking about Royal Street this whole time, but we avoided 21 Royal. So do you know what 21 Royal used to be?
Club 33.
No.
What? Wait, what's 21 Royal? Why am I blanking right now?
It's a restaurant.
Where?
It used to be the Dream Suite.
Oh, duh. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's above Pirates.
Oh, yeah. The sign is there. It says 21 Royal.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
used to. Oh, it does come from Sol. Parasol, protecting against the sun.
Oh,
Latin,
that makes sense.
Italian, and then French. Cool.
All right.
So, in case you guys don't know, the Dream Suite was planned to be Waltz and Lillian. Is that her name?
I think, yeah.
Waltz and Lillian's condo inside Disneyland to live there with
How
like a full
ridiculous
kitchen.
is that,
How
man?
amazing!
Yeah.
Poor guy smoked,
Yeah. Lung cancer.
but that would be the coolest thing ever. Like, where do you live? In my land. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's his name.
Yeah. so, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
it was gonna be a condo, and then it was like nothing. It's like huge, like
Yeah?
I think it's a couple thousand square feet, if not more.
Wow. I mean, I guess they have all the room of pirates up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And then then the Dream Suite, where like they would let certain people stay at, or like do contests and celebrities.
Fancy people.
Yeah, like you couldn't. It was very exclusive.
Yeah.
And then I assume that didn't make them much money. And Club 33 memberships are like,
I think 28,000 a year.
they're, I don't know, but they're full almost. Not full, but like there's a ton of people.
Oh, you for the wait list?
There's a wait list.
Yeah.
And so like,
It's like a
how do you-
30-year wait list. I think.
yeah, how do you, I'm sure with enough money you can bump up
Yeah.
on the wait list, but because I'm going to do it.
Yeah?
I'm going to do it.
Wow.
Not anytime soon, but I'm
Yeah.
going to do it.
Wow.
And you're all invited,
Nice.
everyone. Because if I've got the money to join, I got the money to buy everyone dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like,
Uh-huh.
how do we pump more money out of rich people? We open another restaurant that's more exclusive than Club 33. Besides Carthay Club. Did you know Carthay Circle has a whole separate
Yeah.
secret part? That's
Yeah.
insane. When I learned that, I was like, there's another part of this restaurant that
Mhm.
I can't see. But they open a restaurant. It's for you and 11 of your guests. So 12 guests. It's like a 5 or 8 course meal. It is did I say 12 people? $15,000 a night.
Awesome.
So $12.50 a person,
That's
which
awesome.
is like, if
Jesus.
it's a once in a lifetime thing
Yeah.
for like that Disney fan as
Yeah.
a like older adult who has $12.50,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And you had 15 other friends who also had
No,
12.50.
11
Or
people.
11 other friends
Yeah.
at 12.50.
So like everything's like made of gold in there. The chef is just for you. No one else is there. It's your reservation.
Oh,
So
wow.
you eat, and then there's a balcony, and the balcony overlooks the rivers of America, and you can watch the fireworks and Fantasmic. That
What-
whole place is yours. That whole night, it's yours.
What happens if the fireworks are canceled that night?
I
That would suck. 15 grand?
But you're
Jesus.
there for the rest of it. That's a bonus. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And Fantasmic's almost never canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But the fireworks do.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
And people have this conspiracy that they cancel it for money. It's like, no, because during the week they just don't do it. They just have visuals. Like, why would they make people mad?
I was hoping that last night, because I was passing by
Oh my God.
Disneyland, that they were just going to be like, you know what? We'll light some fireworks for 4th of July. And you could pass by and see the... Nope.
I
No.
thought about it when I'm like, people will congregate.
Yeah, they will.
Always. People are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
People set a bunch of trees on fire yesterday in random neighborhoods by accident.
I saw somebody posted that.
It wasn't not a mutual friend, so this happened everywhere, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and people were like, oh, people are throwing their own shows because there are no shows. It's like this every year. Like, where have you been?
Well, I saw, Uberfax.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty reliable, I think.
Are they?
I don't know, but they said that this year fireworks were up 400% or something because people were bored at home, which I can kind of see because I feel like fireworks started like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. That's different.
Yeah,
4th of July being insane is normal, but like,
but it's been pretty consistent the past couple weeks.
yeah, it's annoying.
Mm,
Like, I'm fine with the day before, of, and after because that's just what happens.
yeah,
But
but 3 weeks earlier, I don't know.
no, it was annoying.
Do you think we're just getting old?
No, man. Like, hearing fireworks for like weeks is
Mhm.
weird. It's just random explosions. Like, that's not. It's only fun for the people doing it,
Yeah.
right? And the whole point is like save it all up and go insane
Mm-hmm.
on Independence Day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Where were we?
21
Parasols.
Royal.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just very fancy. Would be a cool thing to do, but very exclusive.
So the cool things to do in our lifetime: 21 Royal, Club 33, and the Disneyland tour. Right?
Yeah,
Like
and Carthay Club.
Carthay Club.
What did we talk about before? Oh no, Dream Suite's dead.
Is Dream Suite dead in World?
That's the castle suite.
Castle,
And you
okay.
can only get in there via like competitions they have.
Mm.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
I'm staying in Cinderella's castle,
Yeah.
which is pink now.
They painted. What? It's not blue.
They painted it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was never blue. It was gray with blue roofs.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
roofs or
Roo-
roofs.
Roofs. Roofs sounds like hooves. No.
But then that tells you it should be.
Yeah,
You know? I
yeah.
think my cousin has a whole thing about this. But anyways. Yeah. So yeah, those are the cool things. So you asked about the fortune teller.
Yeah.
So I think it's between Port Royal Curios and Curiosities and Pieces of 8. There's just this open
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
There's a fortune teller there.
With the staircase.
Fortune red, and there's a staircase with a little rope,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a little 21,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the entrance to 21 Royal.
Makes
Even though you
sense.
can go up Pirates, you don't. And that's where Johnny Depp popped out of.
That time that I ran into him?
No, when he was on Pirates.
I
The
see.
day I was there and RJ told me Pirates was closed.
Yeah.
And I would have been on it.
Yeah.
There's his shout out because he had no corrections. And he's like, I think Pirates is closed. They're filming something. And then like
Johnny Depp's there.
Johnny Depp's there.
Did I tell the story about me meeting Johnny Depp?
No.
No?
Well, I
And
mean,
actually very relevant because
This was the time.
this was in New Orleans Square. So I would think I was like 13 or so. Yeah, I think I was in 8th grade and I went to Disneyland just for a day with my friend Robert, who I went to elementary school with. And we saw like a bunch of people congregating in an area. And us being like, I guess, teenagers, we were like, let's go check out, see what's going on. And we go, and we see all these guys with suits. And I turn around and I bump into somebody, right? And I'm like, what the heck? And then somebody literally gets my shoulder and pushes me. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Come to find out, I bumped into Johnny Depp.
Wow.
And the security guard pushed me away. And I turned around and I see Johnny Depp with his wife and his kids. It's like, oh, hey, coming off of Pirates. It was a cool experience.
Huh.
This might all be in my head. There's a chance, because every time I tell this story to somebody, they're always like, nah, there's no way that happened. So I doubt Robert listened to this. I'm going to message him on Instagram and be like, hey, man, did that actually happen? Or was this just a fever dream I had? I don't know.
That doesn't sound like, it's not like you met him and hung out with him.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you know
no,
what I mean?
No, yeah. I just got pushed off by a security guard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I have like this vivid memory of that security guard looking like the social worker from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, that might be in your head.
Yeah.
But, as a 13-year-old, like, what do you know?
Yeah.
So, this is related to that. Oh, supposedly, when it's him in the Jack Sparrow costume, which he doesn't do anymore,
Mm-hmm.
he's wearing the hat. Have you noticed they never wear the hat? They've got the bandana with the hair.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the hat means it's Johnny Depp.
And when it's not,
It's the bandana.
just,
Yeah.
okay.
Although, I don't know. This is what I've heard. And it doesn't sound like a ridiculous rumor. He did like dressing up and going to
Mhm.
hospitals and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, that's, I have a red fortune. But, whatever. Let's talk about 33 Royal. Club 33.
Club 33.
We don't know much about Club 33. We have not been.
No, I know a couple people who have.
Yeah.
It's just real. It's before Olga's Cantina, the only place that you can have alcohol in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I don't really know how the food is. I don't know. I just know it's really expensive. I saw a bill for, not as expensive as 21 Royal, but I saw a bill for 10 people and it came out like $1,300.
That's like,
And that was lunch.
that's not a lot though.
Yeah.
Like $130 a person for like an extremely fancy meal is like normal because that's including drinks for sure
Yeah.
and tip. So, because you can easily like Steakhouse 55, 2 people, $250.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's not a lot of money. I'm saying like that's like
in comparison.
that's par for the course for a fine dining experience.
Yeah.
And almost
No, I know what you mean. I
yeah.
know what you
So
mean.
like for the meal itself, yeah, but there's that the
barrier of entry
the
to get
price
in.
of admission is
Yeah.
15, 20 grand, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the yearly fee. So yeah. But so what we keep hinting at, so my friend Tori, who I've brought up like a million times, she listens to the show. She's gonna be a guest and it's gonna be a fine dining at Disneyland, and she's eating at Club 33.
Oh,
So 'cause
okay.
she was like, I could talk about Club 33. I'm like, oh, that sounds great, but like, how do we like write an episode around that? And then I texted her. I was like, oh, have you eaten at Blue Bayou, Cafe Orleans, River Bell, and Carthay?
Yeah.
I think Carthay. I was like, the reservation place. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, fine dining at Disneyland, because you've eaten at a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
So,
What about the hotel ones? Napa Rose.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of that. We'll see how we're gonna break it up. If it's a lot, we might just separate some of it or
Mhm.
put some in the hotel, like a hotel episode or something.
What's the River Bell?
So River Bell Terrace is by Pirates and Tarzan's Treehouse.
What? Where?
What do you mean where? It's like next to Golden Horseshoe.
That's fine dining?
It didn't used to be. You used to be able to
Oh.
just go in there and it was like, I think buffet style.
Yeah.
Or the tray thing. And then they converted it to reservation.
I had no idea.
And I ate there the when they first opened it
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted the Phantasmic Fast Pass for the new Phantasmic.
Mm.
And then they closed it down and converted it to make it look a little nicer because they still left some of the stuff in there
Yeah.
before. So yeah, and that sounds like something that would be New Orleans Square, but it's
But it's
Frontierland.
it's off.
Just bare. That's the edge.
Hey, a couple things. Oh, you want to finish
Oh,
Royal
just go
Square?
ahead.
Do you think the boats? That's New Orleans Square. I don't really consider like what's the
But the dock is in Frontierland, but the Mark Twain River boat is very
very
New Orleans.
Yeah, very very.
And then we've talked about Rivers of America a lot.
Yeah.
Why do we talk about it?
Water in Disneyland.
Yeah. Probably you can't do a whole Rivers episode. But
What about Tom Sawyer's Island?
that's Tom Sawyer's Island.
It's his own land?
I think so.
Oh.
It's all that stuff's not on the map.
Wow.
I went by the map.
Yeah.
And then the stuff I knew was obviously in there. I had to go dig around for.
Mhm.
But I think Tom Sawyer's Island is its own thing.
Okay.
But Mark Twain, I mean, what's there to
It's
say
a-
at this point? Do it.
Yeah.
It's great. And there's like a narration while you're on it.
Yeah.
Kind of teaches you about how it used to be, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not, the station's not in New Orleans Square, which is weird.
Yeah, that is really weird. And the Davy Crockett boats are Critter Country?
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you know what? This is kind of filling out Critter Country now that we know it's like, every time we look at stuff, it's like, that's in Critter Country, Hungry Bear, Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Splash Mountain.
Yeah, and then what was the? Oh, apparently Fowler's Inn, which is the Harbor Galley.
Mm.
Fowler's Inn is just like the fake inn where they dock the boats and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So back to Club 33. So a couple thoughts I have about it now. Besides like I want to go. So they hugely renovated it. I think they made it
Mm.
bigger and gave it a lounge or something.
There's a different entrance too, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the entrance you can still see it says 33, but like used to mess with the doorbell and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved it a little bit to it's just across from Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
But then you kind of walked right into it. You enter through Court of Angels,
Hmm.
which is now gated up. It's got like this
Oh.
beautiful gate. I'll post a picture of it.
Yeah.
I
I know
it
you're
looks
talking
like
about
art. It looks like art glass.
Mm-hmm.
You used to just be able to go there
Oh, okay.
and just sit around.
Yeah.
So
That wasn't even that long ago.
right, it was when they renovated it like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and they gave it a hideous logo. It used to have like this really elegant 33, and now it's like this weird mushed up logo.
Mm.
It's really weird, but
There's a gift shop in there, right? Inside of
yeah.
Club 33, because I always see people coming out with that really nice bag.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it's probably got some food in there too.
Yeah.
But, I know Tori's got the hat and I think a scarf. I don't know if the scarf's from there, but she's got a fancy scarf.
Mhm.
But maybe should bring that and we'll put those pictures on Instagram.
Cool.
But what I will put on Instagram is the Court of Angels, not just the gate, but there's a picture of me as a child.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have this there, but it's really cool. There was like this little light and like Tinkerbell's in it or something,
Mhm.
and
one of those like photoshopped, like PhotoPass pictures kind of thing.
no.
Oh.
So there's this blue staircase, a blue wooden staircase, which now has a railing like intertwined with it. I think for ADA
Mhm.
and OSHA and all that. But I don't think that was there before. And people don't like the way it looks. I think it looks nice. But anyways, my mom was saying, "Hey, there's this picture of you, and maybe I don't know who else is in it, but I'm gonna go get it today and scan it. There's this picture of you on some blue staircase, or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, that's Court of Angels." She's like, "How do you know that?" I'm like, "Because I can't go there anymore." So that's the one picture I have, and it's like a shame because it
Yeah.
was a very beautiful, quiet corner of Disneyland, which is
Mhm.
hard to find. And
I blame the people who are always ringing the doorbell.
no, I think it was just like because you could still. No, yeah, that door, I've seen it open. It opens in the Court of Angels, the new
Mhm.
one, because they just don't open that gate. But I think when they renovated it, they wanted to make it seem even fancier. And every time you do that, it's like, oh, we can raise the yearly fee.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we had to pay for the renovations.
Yeah.
And also when they renovated it, I think they had to change an elevator or something for accessibility's sake and stuff. But yeah, that renovation made us lose Court of Angels, which is like, it really sucks.
Yeah.
But what is cool is in front of there and in that like whole corner area, they have a little band that shows up every now and then.
Pirate band?
There's the pirate band, and then there's like a jazz band.
Oh yeah,
which is like really cool.
yeah.
And
I enjoy them a lot.
yeah, and it's just like if I pass by it, I just stop because it's like there's no schedule for this thing. You forget about it. So
Yeah.
it's like just stop and listen. You know,
For a while, I was obsessed with pirate metal.
pirate metal.
Yeah, Ailstorm. You heard of them?
No.
No, awesome band, man. They got like 4 or 5 albums, and it's all just metal, all about pirates. They have like, do you remember that song, Hangover? It's like a pop. Teo Cruz.
No, man.
I got a hangover.
No.
Whoa, no. Okay, it's a super generic song. These guys covered it, and they made it a pirate version. It was super cool. But the pirate music that they play with those like 4 people band,
Yeah.
person band, really similar to Ailstorm, just acoustic.
Huh.
So yeah, I if I ever see the pirate band, I stop for that for sure.
Yeah, and they're all dressed up. It's super cool.
Then
But
sometimes they have a girl lead singer.
Huh.
And she kind of dresses like red.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I do like is, and we'll kind of bring it up again, but like the jazz band that plays, it's like really like Princess and the Froggy, like from that opening scene,
Yeah.
or kind of opening.
Kind of like the band that goes in DC on the car. What are they called?
The Five and Dime,
Five and Dime.
which is a genius name.
Yeah.
It's really great. But no, that's like, yeah, I
It's
guess
it's similar.
They're in
like
a car.
ragtime-ish. Is that ragtime?
I don't think so.
No. Oh,
I don't know what it is, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's ragtime.
I was just
Ragtime's
watching.
got the piano, you know.
Yeah, I was just watching a Cuphead video on YouTube right now. So like I got that in my head.
But oh yeah, we haven't talked about DCA in a while. But
Yeah, we haven't.
I feel like we haven't. I don't know. We haven't talked about the lands or like the parks in a while. We've been talking about random stuff.
Food. Well, Galaxy's Edge is part of Disneyland.
Yeah, but it feels.
but it's not part of
It
Disneyland.
feels so separate. And then
Yeah.
we had like, what was before Galaxy's Edge? I'm already forgetting.
Yeah, I don't
We had
remember.
Snacks is 14, Galaxy's Edge 13. Bad Experiences was like 10.
Yeah, drinking.
Drinking was 9.
Yeah,
What the heck? We're 11 and 12.
let's see.
I don't know. This is the content people come here for. Us being confused about our own podcast from like 3 weeks ago.
Galaxy's reopening Disneyland.
Oh, right.
And then downtown Disney shopping.
Oh, yeah.
So you're right. We haven't talked about DCA since Ride of Refurbs.
Yeah, because reopening Disneyland was Ride Refurbs was Disneyland.
Out of
Only.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we really haven't talked about the reskin rides of California Adventure, episode 3.
Yeah.
Huh.
We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do next week.
Yeah, DCA episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Man, I miss DCA now.
Heck yeah.
Oh, good vibes. So, what were we talking about? The band, Five and Dime. Oh, back to, okay. So, Mardi Gras. They kind of do Mardi Gras stuff.
During Mardi Gras?
Yeah, vaguely for like a week or two. They just have like random stuff. I think
Mhm.
Tiana's out more often.
Mm.
And then they sell a corn chowder.
I have had this corn chowder and it is amazing. I just really love corn chowder though in general.
I've had a bite of it. It's rich.
Yeah.
It is good. And what's funny is they sell it at Harbor Galley,
Mm-hmm.
which is not part of New Orleans Square.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but during Mardi Gras, they don't have those decorations up, right? Those are just up for Christmas.
The big mask?
Yeah.
No, I think they do.
Do they?
Or am I
Maybe they do. I'm
Back-
so confused. at
back
this
to a
point.
fever dream, man?
I know that there's the big mask. I think they put it up during Christmas. Maybe
Mm.
they also put it during Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras is very subdued there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Please correct us on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah. Correct us, people. Like, we want to put you in the episode. Or just say things and we'll put it in. You know? So yeah, I don't know much to say besides the corn chowder.
That's
Is there maybe they do like a dessert or like the special beignet, but whatever.
Yeah.
What can they possibly do? Because like half of Mardi Gras is just debauchery, right? Is that the right word?
Yeah,
So
that is a good one.
maybe they don't lean into it too much.
They're not trying to throw beads at people. You know?
No. Yeah, because I saw that in Princess and the Frog, and I'm like, okay.
How'd you get those?
Yeah. So, speaking of our closing segment, which wow, short episode,
Mm-hmm.
relatively. We'll talk a little more, but Princess and the Frog, I watched it.
So, what are your thoughts?
It was good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I saw the main criticism of it and really agreed with it. Disney's first black princess, and she's a frog for like the whole movie. Like,
Yeah.
which they didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
What could they have done besides what, flashbacks? Well,
Mhm.
they did flashbacks. So it was like, they're just frogs most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like Prince Naveen.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I like how he rocks around with the ukulele all the time playing it.
Yeah. So what I found weird was in the beginning he seemed like I don't want to be a prince. I want to play music, and then it was like no, he plays music because he's lazy,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
little weird because he seemed like so easygoing,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just turned into a
It's like-
snob.
Yeah, kind of
Like-
a douche.
I thought he was nice, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's pretty much like as soon as he turned into the frog, he was like coming on to Tiana and all this stuff. Like,
Because he just wanted to not be a frog.
yeah.
Well, and he thought she was a princess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I still like it. That guy was
it
cool.
was good.
Alligator.
Yeah,
What's his Lewis?
I think it was Lewis.
Yeah, because
He's
he's supposed to be
talking-
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
talked about Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, that
yeah,
guy's
he was cool.
Like the part where he jumps out of the water and goes onto the riverboat and he just starts playing. Everyone just looks like, wait, what? What's this guy doing
that
here?
was, yeah, the movie was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I like the little firefly.
yeah, like, the
What
guy's
was
cool.
his name?
Oh god, I don't remember.
Yeah, there was.
But
it was-
in the that lady's like lagoon, like bayou area, right?
yeah, Mama Odie.
Mama Odie. There you go.
Yeah, and he was Creole or he spoke Creole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I don't know. It wasn't a very New Orleans movie. It was a very Bayou movie.
Mm-hmm.
Songs were mostly good. I feel like, I don't know, the pacing may have been a little strange, but the thing with kids' movies is they're always an hour and a half long.
Yeah,
So,
but you got to go through it quick.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we needed more of the Shadow Man,
Yeah, and like I said, he could come back.
I guess.
Okay, you know what I kind of miss, but I Chepik, even though we call him Cheapik, and Iger hated the idea, but the direct to DVD sequels,
Uh-huh.
I kind of miss that because did we get a Princess and the Frog too? I don't think
No.
so. You know what I mean?
Because those direct-to-video sequels are bad.
Most of them.
Which one's good besides Aladdin? Cinderella?
Lion
Bad.
King 1.5 was good,
1.5 was a joke version of 1
and
or 2.
Lion King 2.
2 was okay.
Yeah,
It was one of the better ones, I guess. Pocahontas 2, not that great.
no,
Cinderella 2, not good.
no.
Was there a Little Mermaid 2?
There was
That was-
with the daughter.
That was terrible.
No, the worst one's Mulan too.
I think I've seen it, and
Because-
it was so bad I purged it from my mind, and I don't forget things.
Because like everything that she worked, like I'm a woman, I don't. She's trying to break all the molds.
Yeah.
it just like goes straight back into being like a housewife. I don't know.
That's what Pocahontas 2 was.
Yeah.
She was like had to get married to another person
Mm-hmm.
who was
I don't
also named
remember.
John Smith or something. Like,
But that was like our childhood. Is those direct to DVD or VHS
yeah.
sequels? Eisner just kept pumping those things out, and they did relatively well.
Of course they did well, but they were not good, and
Yeah.
it's like it kind of tarnishes things too.
Hmm. And I think we've learned now that sequels actually make more money than the originals, especially animated. Like Frozen 2 made $1 billion something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so a sequel of something that did well is going to do better because all the original, not all, but most of the original fans are going to go see it,
Yeah.
and even people who haven't seen the first one,
Mhm.
they will either buy the first one and then to
Mhm.
go see it, or they'll be like, whatever, this seems cool. The second one may be good.
I just watched the making of Frozen 2.
I haven't even watched Frozen 2.
Oh my god, that's your homework this week. You know what you should watch one Disney movie a week that you haven't seen,
Oh man,
and then we'll have a little segment on here.
dude, I did the Princess and the Frog. I started at like 10:30. I went to sleep at like 1 because I had to do laundry, and I'm
No.
like, okay, let me just watch a movie. Let me get through this.
Watch Frozen 2. It's an action adventure movie.
I just don't like sitting down
It's
and watching movies.
It's like
Also,
Uncharted.
I haven't even finished all those.
Yeah, me either.
And also, Princess and the Frog surround sound did not work.
Frozen 2 surround sound will work.
It better.
Yeah,
It
for
better.
sure. Will work.
5.1.
Yes, HDR, Dolby, everything. It's got it all.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do all that.
But I saw the documentary and it was fantastic, dude. Just seeing the way that directors interact with like animation in general and how it works, it's really fascinating to me.
Yeah. So, do I have anything else for Princess and the Frog? Oh, yes. Okay. So, you can't shove it everywhere
Mm-hmm.
if you redo Splash. So here's a couple things. Here are my thoughts on like the whole putting Princess and the Frog in Disneyland. Again, let's just like mark this down. It's a good idea. We're not criticizing it. We're just now going to discuss things related to it.
Mhm.
Hungry Bear, leave it as Hungry Bear. You can't reskin that because it's all outdoors. I think that should stay. I think French Market can be Tiana's place. It's not
Makes sense.
It's not tall inside,
Yeah.
but nothing is. You can't because the whole place is supposed to be small, but it's got that huge outdoor area,
Mm-hmm.
which you can just make look cool, like as if they
Mhm.
have an outdoor porch with, there's live music there all the time. There's a little stage.
Oh yeah, you're actually I 100% agree.
And then the inside, yeah, sure, the tray thing, is that the best? No, but like, I don't think they would mess with Cafe Orleans because it's so tiny. And
Mhm.
again, mostly outside. Actually,
And pretty popular, I think.
yeah. So why change that?
Yeah.
Like, let that stay Cafe Orleans and make French Market Tiana's place or palace or whatever you want to call
Mhm.
it. Because it's got the music and then you can do like all kinds of food and it's accessible. Like more people can eat there.
Yeah.
And it's almost better to rebrand something cheap and make it special than rebrand something expensive because Cafe Orleans is always full anyway.
Yeah.
And then they share the kitchen, I think.
Oh, do they?
Well, the
Something.
beignets or something.
Okay.
Anyways, the beignets are already there.
Yeah.
Mint Julep Bar can just pump those out for French Market,
Yeah.
and then you just grab them there. So I think that would be a better place because who cares? You didn't even know what French Market was till I reminded you.
Yeah.
You know, just like Pixar Palaron. What's that? You know?
Well, I still don't know what it is.
So I think it could be French Market. I would be sad to see Cafe Orleans go just because it's just like it's just good and it's simple. It's a small menu.
Yeah.
And it's kind of expensive for
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
You
Monte
know?
Cristo's like $30, 28.
Yeah, maybe. So it's like just leave that,
Mhm.
have your reservation thing, and then make like the bigger and French Market's bigger,
Yeah.
and you can decorate that whole outside area, or even like kind of close it in, or put a like not a tent, but like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be a good place.
You don't think it's too far from Splash
Uh,
to go with the theme?
but you can't do it at Hungry Bear.
Yeah.
Like Hungry Bear is completely outside. It's an order at the thing and walk up and get
Yeah.
your food. And the whole thing's made of wood and it's
Mhm.
just, and it wouldn't fit at all.
Yeah.
And then, cause you got Critter Country starting before, it would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
You want it next to Splash or do you want it in New Orleans? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I still agree. That's a really good idea.
So now, and yeah, Blue Bayou, leave Blue Bayou alone. But if it was Cafe Orleans, that would be fine. But then there's no reason, like French Market's just like, who cares? It's just called French Market, you know? So just theme that up. Go ahead. Do it now.
And there's no IP related to it or
Nothing.
yeah.
You know? And the name is just French Market and it's got a little flag on
Yeah.
the logo. Like that whole place is whatever. Their food's whatever. Plus it, you know? So we'll talk about Splash again. So they say it's going to take place after the big kiss. I assume it's the big kiss, right?
And when they turn back to humans.
Yeah. That's not a spoiler because did you think that they were not going to turn back into humans? It's called The Princess and the Frog. They say it in the beginning. Anyways.
It could have ended like Shrek, where instead of having her be a human, she wanted to stay her true form of an ogre.
But her whole dream was the restaurant and a family because it was like what you need is
Have you seen
family.
Ratatouille?
But he's always a rat. He's just a rat.
And he has a little rat restaurant at the end.
Yeah. But
Frog
no one's
restaurant?
changing into things. No.
All right.
And the frogs are small and they weren't controlling humans. Just stop. So here's my weird thing. The weird thing about this. Everything after the big kiss takes place in New Orleans.
And the whole thing takes place in New Orleans.
No.
No?
But the whole Critter Country part of it and the whole
Oh.
Splash-like part of
I
it
see what you're
is
saying.
in the bayou. So are they going back through the bayou and visiting their friends? Like,
Going
Why are
down to
they-
the bayou.
yeah. And why would we visit Mama Odie again? What do you need from her? Are we just gonna, like, what's the story? They're just going to go say hi? Like, you
Yeah.
could have just done the movie.
Mhm.
It would have just been
A
super cool.
retelling.
Yeah. And then at the end, the zippity doodah part, change the boat into the palace,
Mhm.
the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and have them do a song there.
What song do you think they're going to choose? Going down the bayou?
Nah, they put that in. What did they put that in? The fireworks?
Did they?
I think so. Or in the parade's done. They changed
Yeah.
it from Soundsational, but
Or they leave Zippity Doodah.
no.
You know, Zippity Doodah used to be like the Disney anthem.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
You saw the Defunctland episode?
No,
No,
but I just remember it being like everything was zippity.
everything. And so apparently there was a Splash Mountain before Splash Mountain called the Okie something. The
Oh,
Okefenokee.
yeah.
It's in Six Flags over Georgia.
And it was terrifying.
Yeah.
It
But
was.
apparently not a bad dark ride for being 1967 or
But
something.
terrifying, dude. Those animatronics were scary.
Yeah. But it was about Brer Rabbit and all of his adventures.
Yeah, so they kind of knocked that off for sure. Yeah, for sure they did. Because I think Tony Baxter said he liked it or something, or he
Song
went
of the
on
South?
it. No, well that too, but the Okefenokee.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, so but like what are they gonna do? And the drawings were in the bayou, and Lewis was there. So like, are they just visiting their friends? Like, just do as much as I hate when the dark rides just like very speedily tell the story.
It makes sense all then.
Yeah, Splash is long enough. The whole Critter Country thing makes sense. And then when you get off, you can go eat at Tiana's Palace, at French Market, and
Is there any dark ride that follows the same thing as like a sequel? I'm trying to think.
okay, let's go through dark rides. Pinocchio's Pinocchio, Snow White's Snow White, Little Mermaid is Scuttle's retelling of it, which is kind of like why it's so short, I guess.
Yeah.
Excuses. Cars, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Cars, you're going through, you're kind of just doing the same thing, but it's not a story.
It's a different order kind of thing.
Actually, no, it's an original story.
Is it?
Yeah, because you get in there.
Oh yeah, with
and
the cop.
Doc goes like, "Oh, you're not racing yet."
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You just kind of do the things that you saw in the movie, but you're just running into the character. So yeah, that is original. Luigi's thing it's not a dark ride, but it's original.
Luigi, the tires?
Yeah.
Or no, the cars now.
Yeah, it's
dancing cars. I don't know.
Yeah, it's his family's visiting, but I guess that doesn't count. What other dark rides are there? Monsters Inc. is a retelling.
Yeah, Peter Pan is a retelling.
So is Alice.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was when we were talking about it. I don't think there's any other ones that are like a sequel like this.
Yeah, but it would be cool, but it just doesn't make sense because it's in Critter Country, and Splash Mountain it's a water ride, so it's obviously taking place in the bayou.
Yeah, and that's probably why they haven't ever done it, because most of the time it's probably not going to make sense in a ride form.
Yeah, but then you have like Kingdom Hearts where they're like, make a sequel to Monsters Inc. We don't care.
Yeah,
we'll help you write it.
Yeah,
and then there's like Frozen. Do not touch.
Yeah,
Frozen. Just do the same thing.
Well, yeah, Frozen. They have their dark ride.
Oh yeah, that's totally just a movie, right?
For the most part, with those little snow guys that were in Olaf's the Olaf movie, like 15-minute short that they did.
I don't.
Yeah, they're in the ride too.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all dark rides just follow the movie, which I know they want to do something different, but why are they going down in the bayou in a log?
Somebody else got turned to a frog. Us as the audience got turned to frogs. I don't know.
Just think of all the cool things they could have done if they just did the movie.
Yeah,
like with the fireflies. See, adding
that
projections and stuff is good. Adding them, not
tastefully. Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I think
I have faith that it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of visuals in that movie that can translate to a ride really nicely. Like even just
we're not doing the movie. It's after the movie. That's the thing.
That's the point.
You can't translate the movie that they're not
telling.
Yeah, it's weird.
I still have faith.
Yeah, so I guess that'll be cool. But I did want to. Man, I said I was gonna bring something else up. Princess and the Frog movies.
Okefenokee.
Not the Okefenokee. Just like being in New Orleans Square.
The vibe.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Getting to the back part of Royal Street, especially at night, when like Fantasmic's going on and it's empty. It's a different feeling. It's very Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like
it transports you to a different area.
Yeah, because you're kind of closed in Royal Street, and again, it's so small. But there's a lot to look at in the windows. There's the window outside of French Market or Cafe Orleans. It's always got different food in it, and it's like all little Easter eggs, and
the immersion level is really high inside of New Orleans Square.
Yeah, and it's like one of the places you can look up and you don't see anything weird. Like in rides you look up and you're not meant to. You see lights and stuff. except Rise of the Resistance, where you can look in every direction. And it's
And
just amazing.
Immersion.
But
Full immersed.
yeah, it's just such a good feeling being in there, and it's really accurately recreated. Even though I've never been to the French Quarter, you see it, and it's like this just New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
And
It's obvious, like from movies and
yeah,
anything I've ever
you know
seen.
the balconies and patios and the ironwork.
I do want to go to New Orleans eventually.
I like kind of don't.
No?
No, it's just too much.
Hmm.
And I know, like,
I want the original beignets from Cafe Du Monde.
just buy the thing and make it yourself.
The mix.
They sell it.
Can you buy it at Disneyland? Or because they have boxes in Jazz Kitchen.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't. Cause I've never tried, but they have stacks of boxes just out.
Well, Cafe Du Monde lets you order it, and I wonder if they just let Disney bulk buy it and sell it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe, but I don't know. I want to go to a lot of places, but it's like I'm gonna
That's
go.
not on the top
I'm
of
gonna
the
go
list.
and party. Like I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's my parents went. They didn't like it.
Oh
They-
yeah.
They
Yeah.
thought the plantation tour was really cool.
Hmm.
My cousin Autumn went, and he said Disneyland's version is better because it doesn't smell.
Except when you go by those bathrooms.
There you go. That's authentic New Orleans apparently.
Oh, all
He
right.
said like the hotel he stayed at, like the front was just flooded with sewage, and apparently
Oh.
it just happens a lot because of the sea level.
Yeah.
And they like have to hose down the French Quarter every night because there's just people just like,
Oh, that's gross, man.
I'm just gonna leave that there, and you just imagine.
Oh,
So, and it's just loud, and I get it. That's the whole point.
yeah.
But like, I don't care,
Mhm.
you know. And
We'll stick to New Orleans Square then. That's our New Orleans.
well, you can go to New Orleans. I'm not stopping you. Go ahead. Let me know. But yeah, it's a part of Disneyland I didn't used to appreciate. I didn't get why people liked it, and then I spent some time alone there, just wandering through, looking around, and I'm like, this is really cool.
Mhm.
And I just miss Court of Angels now. So
You know what I miss?
What?
Disneyland. Every week, man, I come here and just reminds me of how we don't have it anymore.
yeah,
For now.
for now it'll be
now.
back. But there is a little like Easter egg because I know we kind of mentioned them. I think it's gone, but there was a point where you can walk near the rivers of America, look up towards where Royal Street Veranda is, and you would see like a mast of a ship
Hmm.
to make it look like you were in a port. And they just put it on the roofs.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
I think it's gone. It's on Google Earth, but you know, Google Earth's only like every 5 years.
Yeah.
So if it's still there, let me know. But I haven't been able to see it, and I see it, and I go there a lot, and I look around for it, and I don't see it, and I'm tall. So
Mhm.
I'm not tall, but you know,
Mhm.
taller than normal, I guess, and I don't see it. So it may be gone. But spend some time there. Look at that fountain from the water episode.
Yeah.
Sit on the bench.
Have some
listen to-
beignets. Drink some watermelon mint julep if it's there.
and listen to some live music and just wander the streets and smell the perfume and I don't know, take it in. It's
Yeah.
one of those take it in lands.
Yeah.
Well, they probably all are, and we'll get to them all
Eventually.
eventually. And eventually we'll be back,
Yeah.
and we'll be back next week. So thanks guys for listening.
Thank you guys.
See you real soon.